This is Gabe Colombo, the happy full-time owner of a Newmar RV. My wife and I decided to go full-time RVing about 6 to 7 years ago. Started watching all kind of YouTube videos, and we ended up saying, hey, we want to buy a Newmar. Then we had to figure out which model, so we went with the Dutch Star 4081. Love it 100%. Now we wanted to order it because we watched a YouTube video where people ordered their Newmars and picked them up at the factory. We thought, well, why not? We'll learn more about how to use this thing, because we never done it before, never stayed in one, didn't know how to use the RV at all. So before we did all that, we looked at a bunch of RVs, Newmars of course, and a lot of them they had things we didn't want and things we did want on them. The difference is I don't want to pay for something I don't want, but I also want what I want. So we ended up getting a sheet from Newmar on checking off the different amenities we want to get on our Newmar, which was a 2025 Newmar Dutch Star 4081. That's the floor plan that we settled on. And we went through the checklist and picked out which amenities we wanted on it. We then sent that to several different RV dealers. Some of them were nationwide, some were not. We ended up settling, they were close, some of them. We ended up settling with Katie O'Neill with Transwest out of Colorado. We saw her video on YouTube, we liked her, and she helped us tweak our order, if you will. She gave us a good price on the RV, gave us good advice. She set things up. We ordered it in like June of 2024. And she set things up so we could pick it up in January 25, because I was going to retire in January 2025. We were going to work a lot longer, but due to some great things that happened to my wife's profession, we were able to leave a little early. So that's what we did. So we went to Indiana, to the factory, first time ever. We thought, well, there's 6 inches of snow on the ground, it's 6 degrees outside. We're going to be staying inside the RV warehouse because it'll be warm. Wrong again. Itself, because the RV itself was outside, yeah, under the snow and the sub-zero, but the heat works so good. You can run the water, the toilet, and we were so hot at night we had to turn down the heat. If we had any problems, we could call someone or text them. They'd be there in a minute to help us with any kind of problems we had while we were staying in during that week, which happened twice while we were there because of us. They came out and helped us there in like 15 minutes or less to help us whatever our problem was. It was like 7 o'clock at night when they're coming out, you know. It was nice of them. So we spent a whole week with our tech. He would pick us up in the morning, drive us inside, show us how everything worked, all day long. And my wife filmed everything about, you know, how it all works, which has been very useful. So we can remember how all this stuff works, because there's a lot going on here. We also spent 4 hours with Freightliner, and this guy was from Freightliner. He showed us how to use the dash up front and how the chassis works and different parts of the engine and stuff. It was very interesting and helpful. Filmed him as well. My wife and I went through the whole coach. I saw nothing. She saw like 3 things: a small crack in the grout in the bathroom, a rough spot in a tray, pull-out tray in the kitchen, and a rough spot of grout that was on the floor that in the living room. I couldn't see that either. Matt was our tech. He fixed everything in no time. He also told us that he goes through the coach when you order him at the factory. He went through the coach a whole lot and inspected it real well. If there's any problem, he had that all done before we got there. So when you show up, everything's done. It ain't like you buy it at a dealer and you got to take it somewhere and get it done or anything like that. Because I saw videos like that on YouTube. We didn't have to do that because it was already done. And if there was a problem, he fixed it right now. Plus we learned about the coach. Now, Newmar gave us 2 winter coats, 2 really nice chairs that say Newmar. We're still using them 15 months later. 2 blankets for outside, which are very nice. They roll up real nice with Velcro. They gave us hoses for dumping, you know, the sewer and whatnot. Solution for the tanks, and oh, and a welcome mat that says Newmar. So we had everything we needed if we wanted to go camping right then and there. It was nice, and it was nice to have the Newmar on the jacket with Dutch Star. You know, I don't know, I guess I was part of the club, or at least I thought I was at that moment in time. Been an interesting experience. We didn't know what we were doing. One of the reasons we picked Newmar is because you can call them 24 hours a day. They got somebody to help you. Well, we didn't know what we were doing, so more than once we had to call them because we didn't know what we were doing, and they helped us out of a situation or fixing something that needs to be fixed, so we can keep going on. Like everybody that as a full-time RVer like we are, you know, we sold our house, put some stuff in storage, and then pulled the big trigger and bought a Newmar Dutch Star. And ordering is the way to go with a factory. I know it costs extra to pick it up, but if you buy one from a dealer, they got to pay someone to drive it from Newmar to their place. They got to pay somebody to fix it up and wash it, and then they go through another process when you buy it. When you add all that up, I don't know how close it is to picking it up price-wise, but it's got to be pretty close. So I would go with buying it and picking up at Newmar. Well, anyway, that's all I have for you today. We're going to continue to give you all the stuff we're learning being a full-time RVer, because we'd like to see anyone who wants to do this to have some help that we didn't have at the time, although we did learn a lot from YouTube. And so until next time, I'll see you when I see you.